the main reason why I wanted to get together with you this time of year is because Father's Day is right around the corner. Danny, I want to start with you. If your son Will is around, one of Mickey's grandchildren could maybe say a few words.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I've got a great relationship with my dad and my uncle David. You know, I mean, kind of like having two dads, I guess. But you know, he's just raised me right. You know, all the stories I hear about my grandfather. You know, I mean, it's hard to even explain because it's surreal because I never got to meet him, but it's a character that's larger than life. You know, it's somebody that I aspire to be, someone I look up to. You know, I mean, it's crazy to think that I'm related to somebody that great.
You said it so perfectly, larger than life. And if you did have an opportunity to be with your grandfather, what would you like? Like, what would that be? Like to go fishing with him, or just to sit down and have a meal with him, or like what? Like if what would be the perfect scenario for you?
I don't know. You know, I think fishing, maybe golfing. I think golfing would be really fun. You know, I mean, I'm not very good, but I just love watching him play. You know, I could caddy around, you know, just watch him play.
He's heard all of our stories on the golf course, Mike.
I know David is dangerous on the golf course.
Yeah, Dad always asked if I could ever hit a ball twice.
Well, what impresses you the most when you hear all these stories? Is it the tape measure home runs, the World Series rings, the endorsements that he did, that he was a darling with Madison Avenue and did all the commercials, or the late night talk shows? Is there one thing that really amazes you?
All the above really amaze me, but I think I heard you guys talking about it earlier when he hit the home run in the dome. You know, I mean, that to me is just, you know, like I've seen the stadium and I just imagine that, you know, the first home run and it goes up into the ceiling, you know, that's crazy to me.
You're right. Just as you said, larger than life. Dad was sitting right next to you right now, and you had an opportunity, you know, to say something now about your dad and Father's Day. What would you say to him?
Oh, you know, I would just love to be able to tell him how proud I was of him and how much I loved him, and, you know, just that he was a good dad, and to let him know how, you know, how much we all loved him, you know, because, you know, growing up, we weren't a family that said we love you and this and that to each other much, you know, and that was one of my favorite memories was, you know, I was at the hospital room when Dad was so sick, and I was saying to myself, you've got to say it. And I walked right up to the bed and I said, Dad, I love you. And he just smiled, you know, so he knew, you know, he knew we all loved him, and we knew he loved us. And so it was just, it would just be nice to be able to see him.
Yeah. David, yourself your thoughts on Father's Day?
Yeah, it'd be, you know, just like Danny too. I think the first thing I would tell him is that, you know, I do love you. And it brings back a story about when I was, I think I was like a junior in high school or something like that. And he came into the room, him and Mom had been out, and he came into, me and Billy shared a bedroom. And he came into the room, he sat on my bed, and he goes, Dave, do you like me? And I go, Dad, I love you. And he got up from the bed, didn't say a word. He just got up from the bed and walked into Mom and Dad's room, and our room was kind of next door to Mom and Dad's room. And I could hear him say, he goes, Merlin, did you hear what David told me? He told me he loved me.
Wow.
He loved me.
What a beautiful story. So, David, I still see you, you know, you're brushing the tears away. I just can't say to you enough what this interview has meant to me, to be able to share it with you guys, because I've seen you guys interviewed before, and you know, I mean, everybody could talk to you about the tape measure home runs and what happened here and there, but I think this interview was so special. I will never forget it.
Like I told you on the phone, it's just been a pleasure getting to know you, and hopefully
Yes,
that
it has.
we appreciate you keeping Dad's memory alive, and you know, just for so many people to be able to keep remembering Mickey Mantle and
Yeah, to reminisce.
what he did. So we thank you for everything.